With multiple candidates running, voters want to know what sets each one apart. We asked how their approach to governing differs from their opponents.
I'm a people-first mayor. I'm the only one in this campaign actually outdoor knocking. Like I said, 1,000 doors thus far. The way I communicate through social media is going to be a very transparent, constant communication in a way that's never been seen before in terms of how my communications and marketing department support our direct communication and that reciprocal relationship with our constituents. I lead from a perspective of investing in not just fiscal responsibility, which I think is essential to running a city, but also human infrastructure, tapping into the potential of our people, building up our downtown, making Nampa an attraction. These are the things that I bring to the table outside of the box plans and ideas, bringing people together, being very front facing in the community where people know who I am. I think that's very crucial in the way I'll govern versus being a person who's sort of more into the spreadsheets of things.
Approach to governance, how it might differ. To be fair, I've not been able to spend extensive time with my opponents yet. We haven't had a forum where all four of us have been able to sit down. What I can say by way of emphasis, my approach to governance is very much rooted in transparency, public input, integrity, and data. So a lot of people are curious about the data piece because they're like, what do you mean by data? And I say we need to make sure that we're making decisions that are rooted in good objective data. So part of the things that I want to do is bring data dashboards to a lot of the decision making we do. So if we're talking about growth, for example, some of the things we need to look at is what is the revenue generation from that growth relative to the expenses that will be incurred for the cost of services from the city to service that growth. That's a fiscal impact analysis. We're going through our comp plan right now. I would like to see a component where there's fiscal impact analysis. So that's one piece where data really needs to drive our performance. You can't improve what you don't measure. That's kind of an old adage. And so I don't want data to overwhelm us. You could sometimes get paralysis by analysis, but we can capture data and use it and leverage it in a way that we're making smart decisions and we're transparent to the public so they can see what data is driving our decisions.
Honestly, I don't know how my component or my competitors are going to go against me. I have no idea how they're going to govern. I just know what I'm going to bring. I'm not going to bring anything but transparency. That's the big key, and that's what I'm going to run with.
So I've been in business, in a business where I've had plenty of people working next to me. Also, and I'm able to lead them. Okay, and also I'm a retiree with AT&T. I was a maintenance administrator. Before that, I worked for the General Motors Corporation as a supervisor in plant protection. So I know how to be a team player, how to get my team to. In fact, the team I had at General Motors, we were the top team on that shift, and so I know how to work with people. Nampa has several good managers. Uh, you don't try to you let them do their job. That's what I'm trying to say. Uh, if they're doing what's good for the city and they're doing their job right, you don't interfere too much. That's how you keep people wanting to work for you. The city council, you work well with the city council um, because they're part of the governance, the city government, and you taking their ideas and just be a part of that team. Um, by doing so, you'd be a good mayor.